How's everyone feeling today? All right, that was a good response. It was, however, nowhere near gay enough for what is about to happen, all right? So here, I'll show you how this is done. Go ahead, ask me how I'm feeling.
How are you feeling?
Fabulous! Now you try. How are you feeling?
Fabulous!
You did, oh, that is way too late, my friend. We don't want any lethargic semen here today, no? We only want zesty semen, yes?
Yes!
All right, come on up here, my friend. What's your name?
Noah.
You mind if I call you Butch?
Sure.
Everybody give it up for Butch! Now then, Butch.
Yes.
Zesty semen come from the hips.
Okay.
All right? So when I ask you how you're feeling, you're going to thrust out your... Very nice.
Do you want a round or
So
four?
I'm about to tell you. So when
Without cut.
Go sit down. I'm kidding. You know what? Go ahead. Put the cowl on. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you. Stop it. I'm the director. Now then, Butch. Zesty semen come from the hips. All right? So when I ask you how you're feeling, you're going to thrust out your hips. You're going to do the rainbow snap. And you're going to say, fabulous. You think you can handle that?
Sure.
All right. Zesty semen, how are you feeling?
Fabulous.
Yay! Nicely done. All right. Now then, when I point to you, you're going to do what Butch just did, all right? So, zesty semen, how are you feeling?
Fabulous.
Sexy semen, how are you feeling? Fabulous. Sultry semen, how are you feeling?
Fabulous!
All my semen, how are you feeling?
Fabulous!
I have never been so proud to look upon my semen. All right, go ahead, have a seat. Mesdames and messieurs, welcome to the Raunchy Romp with the Raging Queen, and welcome to my poop deck. Of course, this is not my actual poop deck. My actual poop deck is on my actual ship, which is still on its way back from Mardi Gras. Some of you might be thinking, François, Mardi Gras was 6 months ago. What's taking so long? Well, they're still arguing over who gets to store the beads on the return journey. He gets it. He's like, no, please, allow me. I have just the place for it. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is François Le Foutre. I am the most fearsome fruit in all of France. So called because I once beat off 162 men before breakfast. Go ahead, ask me what breakfast was. It was fruit. Don't worry if you didn't like that joke. It's literally the only clean joke in the whole show, all right? So, in addition to being the most fearsome fruit in all of France and the hero of a 163-man volcano ring, I'm also the author of the gay pirate romance adventure novel, There's Semen on the Poop Deck! Banned by the Texas Renaissance Festival. Banned, you say? Putain. Everyone say putain.
Putain!
That's pretty good. You see, the thing about the French language is that every word sounds kind of the same, which can lead to some awkward situations, right? For example, merci beaucoup means thank you very much, but merci beaucoup means thanks, nice derriere, right? So you can imagine you two are in a group shower situation, right? Yeah. You drop the soap, you pick it up for him, and you say, merci beaucoup. And apparently making eye contact while saying merci beaucoup the whole time. All right, uno is another one. Salut means hi, but salo means whore, all right? So why don't we practice that? Let's just spread down the middle. Everyone on this side go, ooh. Ooh. Everyone on this side go, oh. Ooh. Bigger, louder, faster, harder. This is definitely what my poop deck sounds like. All right, now that we've practiced that, everyone up on your feet, Turn out there to all the salauds who are not watching the show, and everyone say, salut, salaud!
Salut, salaud!
You're missing the show!
You're missing the show!
Come on to François' poop!
Come on to François' poop!
Deck!
Deck!
It's cleaner than it looks!
It's cleaner than it looks!
And I'm sure we can squeeze you in! All right, give yourselves a hand. Nicely done. Now then. In case you have not figured this out yet, this is an adult show. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So far in this show, we've done jokes about poop, ejaculate, handjobs, homosexuality, prostitution, gangbangs, orgasms, prison sex, bukkake, and beads of the non-frontal persuasion. So if you're a minor, if you're easily offended, or God forbid, when I say beads of the non-frontal persuasion, you have no idea what I'm talking about, you might want to find somewhere else to spend the next half hour, because not everything that I do is going to be as subtle as what I have done so far. So, with that being said, the bulk of this show is going to consist of readings from my 4 books. The first book, There's Semen on the Poop Deck. The second book, My Coxswain is Bigger Than Yours. The third book, Too Many Fingers in the Dike. That one's more of a horror story. And the fourth book, My Jewels Are Stuck in a Vice, Admiral. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that one's an uncomfortable read, but I find if you just breathe through it, it's actually quite pleasurable. So, I could stand up here and read these all by myself, and there would be no shame in that. We were all 13 once, reading one out anywhere we could. In the bed, in the privy, in the bathtub, in that guy's drink. But I think we can all agree that it is far more pleasurable to read with a partner, yes? Or in my case, with a whole poop deck full of partners, yes? Yeah. All right, so how does this work? Let's say that you, sir, want to have what I like to call an experience. Or let's say that you have a friend and you want your friend to have what I like to call a conversion. What you would do is you would grab a hold of your sexy wad of cash and you would stick it in my hole, all right? Now don't be alarmed, I know that the hole looks small, but money is a great lubricant, and look, LaDouche is holding it open for me, right? Look, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers, look, I'm not past the knuckles yet, but I am working on it, all right? Now you might be wondering, how much should I invest?
How much should I invest?
Well, as you might expect, the bigger the tip you put in, the more pleasure you will get out of it, yes? So, for $5, I will make your friend uncomfortable. For $10, I will make your friend scared. For $20, I will rub up against your friend like a buck in rutting season. And for $100, I will make your friend clean up the wet spot after the show. So, are we ready for a raunchy romp with the Raging Queen? I said, are we ready? Who's ready to invest? Yeah, that's usually how that goes. Seriously though, folks, this is your opportunity to become part of the show. Let's say that you've got a large group of you and there's one person in the group who you respect less than anyone else. You guys each put together $5 or $10, right? And then I will make you famous. I see some people reaching for money over, okay, there we go. There, you only have $3, okay.
A little bit more than fair. How uncomfortable can you make the man in the overalls?
The man in the overalls. Yeah. There we go.
Is it in? I can't tell.
I think we all know who we're talking about. What's your name? Harrison. Do you mind if I call you Butch? Everybody give it up for Butch! Come on. All right, you're probably gonna want this out of here for right now. Yes, all right. Here we go. Yep, there we go. All right. Now then, Butch, you are going to be my ship, the Raging Queen, all right? Which means I need you to lie down here on this bench like this. Okay? All right, go ahead.
Love you, boo.
Yes!
Yes, I know.
All right, legs up.
Legs up.
Look at me. Lips. Yeah, all right.
Grab the table legs.
And just breathe into it, all right?
Bite down if you have to.
It'll be over before you know it. My Raging Queen had 2 openings. One in the front, at the mouth of the ship, and a smaller opening at the rear. The rear entrance had always been my favorite. The passage was long and narrow with a smooth finish. I'm not the largest of men, but even so, it was always a tight fit, which made it quite the experience. It was as if as I entered her, she was squeezing me tight, willing me never to go. If ever you need to use it, my safe word is ho! I ran my hands along her through the length of her corridor, fingering her delicately in a loving embrace. My raging queen moved up and down underneath me in undulating waves. Come on, undulate. Come on. Yeah, up and down, up and down. There we go. Yeah. Almost shuddering under my touch, she creaked and moaned. Come on, come on, come on, you can creak. Come on, come on, come on. Grunted disjointedly. Screamed and gyrated.
Oh, gyrate. I got it.
And though it's so realistic. And though she was for now under the control of my semen, it was I, only I, whose every order she followed. She submitted to me first, always to me, and I liked it that way. Yes, it was safe to say that every time I entered the Raging Queen! Wow, you're a pro. I fell in love with her all over again. I took a few steps and then paused a moment. Never wanted to go in too far at once. Better to do it slowly, a little bit at a time. Build up the anticipation. Tease her, almost. She moaned louder. Booked harder. Screamed with more fury. Come on, higher pitch, higher pitch. I had her right where I wanted her. No, bless you. I began to hear the mutterings of the men above me. That might have distracted a lesser man, but to me, it only made me want to go slower. I have to keep this up for 8 seconds in slow motion, all right? I never shied away from being caught with my Raging Queen. Finally, with deeper penetration on every step, I reached the poop cabin. Now, who wants to know what happens in the poop cabin? That's the X-rated show. Everybody, let's give it up for Butch! All right. Go ahead, take a bow, take a bow, take a bow, take another one, and another one. Keep going, keep going, keep bowing, keep bowing, keep bowing, keep bowing. Yeah. Wrong way, that way. There we go. All right. Nice. Who needs a cigarette? All right. Now that you know what's at stake, does anyone wish to invest? Oh, we've got one. Oh. So, believe it or not, this is what I do for a living. I know, my parents are so proud. So if you enjoyed the show, please do put something into the hole. As we've established, the books are $5, $6, $7, and $8 as you get progressively thicker and therefore more pleasurable for the reader. But you get all 4 for $20 because when you're getting the foreplay, you want to get off, right? Yeah. I also have audio books available, so if you would like me to deliver my semen to you orally in the comfort of your own home, guaranteed syphilis-free, that option is available to you. And I also have merchandise available, right? I've got this Fleur de Pin handkerchief. Ideal for cleaning up any messes that might arise from reading the books. These come in a variety of colors, much like myself. And you can even get them monogrammed, right? This could be you with the peeing going right up in the middle of you, yes? I also have the Fleur de Pin pin and Semen on the Poop Deck pin. Speaking of syphilis, I've got a pin that says spread the love, not the syphilis, which is a quote that I like to live by. And then finally, I've got this 2-inch François. which is reputed to give you as much pleasure as a 6-inch François would. Although admittedly, not as much as a 7 3/8 François, and yes, that is actually the size of my hat. So, we're going to finish up things with a song, and the song is kind of famous on Ren Faire circuits, but we sang it a little bit differently on the Raging Queen. The way we sang it on the Raging Queen was, "'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin." Sometimes people are like, wait, what's that last thing that you're saying? Fleur de pin is the last thing that I'm saying, yes? I had to start repeating that because they got very confused on ASL weekend. That's a true story. So, "'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. The captain was Le Foutre, the world's most fearsome Foutre. The ship was filled with seamen skilled in finding his poop choutre. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Our bowliner was Dachshund. He was strong as 2 oxen. He could lift a ton with just 1 thumb, but he couldn't lift my coxswain." In his defense, my coxswain is also 7 3/8. "'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Our first mate Langanay would not lead us astray. With the slightest slip upon our ship, she'd wet you with her spray. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Our navigator's famous, he was no ignoramus. On nights both clear or dark and drear, he could always find Uranus." Very good. "'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. The chef's name, it was Davy, had 12 years in the Navy. His meat was rare beyond compare, but you should try his gravy. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Now in games of Texas Hold'em, Davy would never fold 'em, but he'd win a lot 'cause he'd splash the pot with the sauces from his scrotum." It only gets worse from here, guys, just so you know. Okay. "'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Our translator was Mingus. In 12 tongues he could sing us. He knew English, Russian, French, and Prussian, but his best was analingus. What ship do you people think you're on? "'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin." We have anyone in a kilt here today? No? No one? All right, well here, we're gonna pretend you're in a kilt. Go ahead, stand up. "Our piper was homegrown. His bagpipe skills he'd honed. But rest assured, we all preferred when he played the rusty trombone. It was on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. We cannot end our ballad without saying something valid about our cook and the way he took so well to tossing salad. It was on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. All right, where do I want to go next? You laughed, so. One night at port, some whores, sorry guys, drank all our water stores. So we filled our cups from Davy's nuts and drank right from the source. It was on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Now Cocksmith, drunk with power, stood rigid as a tower. He was kind of a bitch. But he was so rich, he only took golden showers. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm about to get all of this on camera. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de bean. I'm gonna make you someone else as well. Our animal wrangler Murray. Oh wait, no, we got another one over here. All right. Sorry. Our animal wrangler Murray. Sorry. Got us all a bit worried. She went down to the zoo and we all said, ew. But it's all right because she's a furry. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a fleur de bean. These two were with François. They had a nice bonsoir. And then something, menage a trois. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a fleur de bean. Now these two here, I reckon, would come when François beckoned. And I have no doubt that this poor lout wouldn't mind my sloppy seconds. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a fleur de bean. Our Quaker's name was Rudder. We found him in the gutter. Now he's quite strong, 'cause all night long he's churning my nut butter. So, hey, you guys walked into a very adult show. Hello. Welcome. So last week I had a 16-year-old girl in the audience who was explaining that joke to her mom. I'm coming back to you. A pirate named of Greg. He only had one leg, but he only seemed to ever dream of one thing, and that's getting pegged. Also a joke that the 16-year-old had to explain to her mother. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a fleur de bean. The accountant was McGraw. Deposits he'd withdraw. But to be quite frank, he used no bank. He sucked it through a straw. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a fleur de bean. We had a room of glass, a nice evening we'd pass. Then when it got dark, we'd go to the park and you'd stick things in my tip box. La douche is always in the right place at the right time. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a fleur de bean. Our time away is slipping. I hope you found me gripping. If you liked my show, fill me up real slow. And we call that just the tipping. Thank you so much, everyone. Remember, for $5 you get a book. For $20 you get 4 books. And for $100, that guy right there will clean up the wet spot. Thank you, and as always, merci beaucoup. I will now take your big tips. I'll take your small tips. I will even take the whole wallet. If you want a tip, come see me. If you want books or merchandise, come see La Douche right over there. He's got books, he's got pins, he's got fleur de bean handkerchiefs, he's got audiobooks. I've got 2 more shows today, one at 2:45, one at 4:45. Thank you so much. We've also got Unicorn Sparkle Pub Trivia in this spot at 4 o'clock. It's different every single day.